The man who murdered Andy Marshall by pushing him through a hotel window has been sentenced to life in jail with a minimum of 14 years. His grieving parents say while nothing will ease their loss, they can now move on. More from Rebecca Munro.
Alan Marshall says his family finally has some closure after hearing the fate of their son's killer.
Yeah, I think the punishment, fits the crime.
29-year-old musician Andy Marshall died after being pushed through a second-storey window of the Ocean Beach Hotel last year. His killer, 26-year-old Stefan Schmidt, a former bouncer and Bikie associate, today sentenced to life for murder. After pushing Mr Marshall over a minor argument, Schmidt was caught on camera knocking another pub goer to the floor and walking away, barely looking back at his victim, who lay dying on the footpath.
The day Andy was killed, we were handed a life sentence, a true life sentence, where we bear that incurable pain of separation every day.
In handing down the sentence, Justice Ralph Simmons said while Schmidt had intended to hurt Mr Marshall, he didn't know it would cause life-threatening injuries. He also found the murder was a spur-of-the-moment act, concluding it was on the lesser scale of murder. Inside court, Schmidt remained composed and showed no emotion as the sentence was being handed down. His family watched on from the public gallery. Mr Marshall's father says he's seen no sign of remorse. Mr Marshall says he hopes the case sends a message that violence is unacceptable.
It was unnecessary. What happened to our son was unnecessary. It didn't need to happen. And that's the tragedy, and that's, I guess, what has to be addressed.
Schmidt will be eligible for parole in 2026. Rebecca Munro, 10 News.